HOA forced me to plant mature trees. We fought back with fake pines. You ever get punished for complying too well? Yeah, welcome to my backyard war. So here's how it went down. I'm minding my business, just trying to enjoy my little patch of suburban heaven in Willow Bend Estates, grilling ribs, throwing the tennis ball for my golden retriever, Baxter. You know, regular stuff. Then this letter shows up in the mailbox like a hand grenade wrapped in official HOA stationery. Failure to maintain visual harmony per Article 4B of the HOA Landscaping Code. I'm sorry, what, apparently? Because I had to cut down 3 dying pines last winter after a literal ice storm snapped one in half. They're now fining me $500 per week until I restore tree coverage with mature equivalents. Not saplings, not shrubs, mature pine trees. Like I'm supposed to summon a 15-foot conifer from the ground, like some kind of botanical wizard. That's when I knew. This wasn't about trees, it was about control. Let me back up a sec. See, ever since Karen Blevins got herself elected HOA chair, she's been treating the whole neighborhood like it's her private museum exhibit. She fined the Garcias for hanging a hammock between 2 trees, called it visual clutter. She cited old Mr. Prentice for improper porch decor because he put up an American flag and a Marine Corps banner. And now me, tree crimes. I tried to be reasonable at first. Sent an email asking for an extension. Maybe a compromise, plant saplings. Add irrigation. Landscape it nice over time. Karen replied with a photo of my backyard. Circled in red, no text, just vibes. Okay, game on. So I start researching. Turns out, nowhere in the bylaws does it say the trees have to be living, just visually compatible with the original mature landscape plan. I call up my buddy Nate, who works in set design for a theme park downtown. I'm like, how realistic can you make fake pine trees? Nate's like, how many zeros are we talking? 2 weeks later, a flatbed shows up with 6 enormous synthetic pines, handcrafted, UV-resistant, hurricane-rated, and hollow inside. They even smelled like pine. That part freaked me out a little. We installed them overnight with uplighting and mulch rings. From 30 feet away, they looked gorgeous. From 3 feet away, they looked like a movie set for a Christmas flick. Karen lost her entire mind. Next morning, I wake up to a crowd outside. Karen's standing at the curb with her iPad, filming like she's about to submit it to Dateline. These are not real, she yells, practically shaking. They are plastic obstructions. This is fraud. I just smiled, holding up a copy of the HOA manual. Show me where it says they have to be alive. Karen, she calls an emergency board meeting, starts ranting about subverting community standards and synthetic landscaping terrorism. I swear she used the word terrorism. But here's the kicker, turns out one of the board members, Jeff, is my other neighbor. He thinks Karen's nuts. He gets up and says, honestly, they look better than most of the real trees, and they're not gonna drop sap or needles. Why are we even arguing this? Karen storms out. A week later, she files an official complaint to the city zoning board. And you want to know what the city inspector said when he came by? These are incredible. Can I get the name of the supplier for my mother-in-law's patio? No violations, no fines, nothing. At this point, Karen's ego is bruised, bad, and that's when the sabotage starts. One night, 2 of the fake trees mysteriously get knocked over in a storm, which is wild because they're bolted 6 feet deep into concrete footings. Another time, I catch Karen's husband Bruce walking a little too close with a can of weed killer. Nate reviews the surveillance footage and laughs. Dude tried to kill plastic, but here's where it really gets poetic. See, we'd installed a little speaker system inside the trees, mostly for fun. Right, Nate programmed it, so every time someone got within 5 feet, it'd play bird sounds. Harmless, charming. Until one afternoon, Karen stomps over during her HOA rounds and the trees chirp at her. She screams, says we're weaponizing trees, starts cussing out my wife, who's just calmly watering the petunias. My wife records the whole thing, uploads it to Nextdoor. The post HOA chair, Karen loses it over fake trees that chirp. It got shared 430 times, went mini viral. People started driving by just to see the miracle pines. One guy even brought his kids for photos. Karen, she went dark for a while. No emails, no citations, no threats. Then last week, a moving truck showed up at her house. Word is she's downsizing to a condo with stricter governance. But hey, our tree's still standing, still chirping, still fake as hell. And now our whole cul-de-sac's thinking of installing a matching row. You know, for visual harmony. Call to action. Who do you think was in the right here? Should Karen have had the power to fine over dying trees? Or was this poetic justice? Drop your take. We're ready for a fake pine debate.